Hi, my name is Greg. I'm from Jakarta Intercultural School. Today I'm here to share some teaching advice. I want to talk about the importance of students taking risks and making mistakes in their learning. And I want to connect that with the types of questions that teachers use in the classroom that either encourage or discourage children from taking risks. So mistakes are important, they're necessary and a natural part of learning. We learn through making mistakes. We learn by trying something new. We test out our thinking, we apply it, and we learn from our mistakes in an effort to improve. This is real life learning. The goal is not to be perfect, but to try to improve and do the best we can. This is the goal to develop in our students in order for them to become lifelong learners. So, as teachers, we can often unknowingly do the opposite and discourage students from taking risks, and they fear making a mistake. I want to talk about certain types of questions that we ask our students that can discourage them from taking risks. So how often do you ask your students a yes or no question? How often do you ask your students questions that ask them only to recall a fact? For example, if I ask, what is the capital of Indonesia? That's a fact, it's Jakarta. Okay? These questions, interestingly enough, are often questions that teachers, they already know the answer in their head, but they're asking the students to just echo back what they already know. So these kind of questions that you ask, factual questions, yes or no questions, they don't require much thinking at all. And by asking these questions, it sends the message to students that learning is all about knowing the correct answer. It sends the message that knowledge is either black or white, or right or wrong. Now, I'm not saying never use the questions, but if you overuse these kind of questions, number one, it does not develop the children's thinking skills. But what I want to talk about is, and important here, is these kind of questions can discourage children to take risks. What do I mean by that? Students who do not know the answer to your question, a factual question, they will not volunteer to answer the questions unless they are confident that they already know the answer. Right? So to develop thinking skills and encourage risk-taking, be sure in your teaching you are asking often, more often, questions where there is not an absolute correct answer. The answer is not yes or no, and it's not a fact. So be sure in your teaching you are asking plenty of why questions, questions that require explanation, questions that ask an opinion. For example, question, do you think plastics are a problem in Jakarta? Why? Okay. A lot of children can answer that question. There's not a right or wrong answer with that. What did you learn from our unit on jobs? There's another question. Ask the children to think about what they learned, and all the children can respond, and it's not a right or wrong answer. It requires more thinking. So if you ask these kind of questions, often called higher order thinking skills, it's going to engage children, and they know that you are not asking a question that requires yes or no or correct response. And they'll take more risks, I guarantee it. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos to come.